this is how you have to start. Red Heat is an action detective thriller with action beyond belief. Humor up and down, left and right.
Chicago cop never relinquishes his weapon. Here.
And the story, the suspense, it is breathtaking.
One honor that seemed a personal milestone for Schwarzenegger was receiving his own star on the world-renowned Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I always thought that those stars are only given to stars. I never thought that the Austrian farm boy would get a star on Hollywood Boulevard.
James Belushi's extensive film career has taken him to both ends of the acting scale. Now, in Red Heat, Arnold Schwarzenegger is Ivan Danko, the toughest cop in Moscow. His methods have earned him the nickname Iron Jaw among his comrades. James Belushi is Art Ridzik, a Chicago detective who breaks all the rules. Together, they team up to battle against Russia's deadliest criminal and stop an international drug ring.
The case is very simple. The bad guy, Victor, killed Danko's partner and then escaped from Russia. And so Arnold, the Danko character, comes to the United States to bring him back to Russia. And I'm the escort. I have to pick him up at the airport. You know, I don't really like it. I don't like this duty. I don't like Russians. They're communists. 10 to 1, he doesn't speak English.
Captain Danko?
Yes.
I'm Detective Sergeant Gallagher, Chicago Police Department. Glad to meet you.
Thank you.
Oh, this is my partner, Detective Sergeant Ridzik. First time in Chicago?
Yes.
You have a nice flight?
Yes, fine.
You hungry?
No.
Thirsty?
No.
I hate to break up this romance, but I'm parked in a red zone. No offense.
When I come to this country as a Soviet police officer, I am being hooked up with supposedly the worst cop of Chicago, the biggest screw-up.
He thinks he's gonna find Victor.
Oh, that's cute. Look, you better keep an eye on him.
Why me?
Because I said so.
Our relationship starts off as adversaries. I don't like him. I don't think he likes anything. All he likes is to get Victor.
You did not make it, Victor.
Hello, Vanya.
Back off, Captain. He killed a Chicago police officer. Chicago gets him first.
I have my orders.
Actor Edo Ross is Victor, the head of a Soviet drug smuggling syndicate.
Take a move!
Victor's a great character. He's a villain, and he knows his purpose. And whoever gets in his way, he just walks right over them. Doesn't even care. Guy's great. Isn't he great?
Victor uses fake name, marries American to get travel visa to the United States.
When Victor comes to Chicago, he sets up his own network of allies. Gina Gershon plays Kat Manzetti, the woman he marries to gain entry into the United States.
She didn't realize this guy was a killer. She didn't realize this guy was corrupting all of Russia, you know, with drugs, until basically it was too late.
I'm supposed to tell you that this is a truce arranged by somebody named Abdul.
You the hostage.
I'm out of here.
Danko's a real jokester. He's just a terrific, warm, friendly, mod haircut, slam dancer on his off hours. How did you get that piece through customs?
Diplomatic immunity.
That restores my faith in airport security.
Basically, he makes fun at me
Yeah,
all the way through the film.
all the way through the film.
Where'd you learn to speak English so well? Army. Compulsory training. language school in Kiev.
Oh, yeah. That's like, as in chicken Kiev.
Yeah, we had that at my sister's wedding.
It's great when there's a language, you know, a cultural barrier. They have no idea that you're making fun of them. What, do you retire your uniform?
I now work undercover.
Undercover? You look like Gumby.
He calls me Gumby.
Yeah, you're gonna fit right in.
The clash in cultures is apparent throughout the film.
They have a different framework of rules. They don't have the Miranda Act. In this country, we try to protect the rights of individuals. It's called the Miranda Act, and it says that you can't even touch his ass.
I do not want to touch his ass. I want to make him talk.
I'm gonna handle this one, okay?
He tries to protect me not to break the law, and of course it never works.
We want to ask you a couple questions about the Cleanheads. Capitalism works, right, Streak?
Cleanhead's got a monster deal going down. I told Gallagher, end of story.
Where is Victor? I take his head and smash it down on the table.
Yeah, right.
And almost break his whole face. And
like,
he
"What are you
says,
doing?
what are you doing? I told you. I did not touch his ass.
Danko and Ridzik disagree not only on police procedures, but also on other equally important issues like weapons.
Soviet method is more economical.
Well, this is a pretty big gun. You have yours?
Your gun, Captain! Now!
Soviet, but Byron, 9.2 millimeter, is much bigger.
No, this is this is a Magnum 44, the most powerful handgun in the world.
All right, I owe you one, because you saved my life tonight. Here. Captain Danko, you are now the proud owner of the most powerful handgun in the world.
Soviet Potpourri, 9.2 millimeter, is world's most powerful handgun.
Come on, everyone knows the Magnum 44 is the big boy in the black. Why do you think Dirty Harry uses it?
Who is Dirty Harry? To shoot in Moscow directly on Red Square. It's not like Hollywood or New York, where you see quite often camera crews and scenes being done and so on. Over there, it's a big spectacular that you create.
Schwarzenegger was surprised to find himself surrounded by hundreds of Soviet fans who knew him through black market videos.
It was wild, as a matter of fact, to arrive there and to have hundreds of kids try to talk to us and communicate with us and hunt us down for autographs and so on. And I had no idea that we had this kind of popularity there. There was a tremendous amount of excitement in Moscow, not only amongst the press, but amongst the youth.
In staging an action-filled shootout, the filmmakers attracted spectator crowds from the back alleys to the main streets. Local extras were recruited to provide background for many scenes.
There's one scene where we have a funeral. The faces in that funeral, the hardness that you see in those faces, the real Soviet look, that is something that you can never get over here in the United States.
It is in the spirit of Glasnost that the Soviets allowed the filmmakers to shoot in Moscow. Schwarzenegger was also given the opportunity to travel through the city and meet the people.
I went to some discotheques to get an idea what that is like, and it was a great experience to see the differences between a Soviet discotheque and an American discotheque. I went to different bodybuilding gymnasiums, weightlifting gyms. I visited the famous weightlifting champion from the 60s, Yuri Vlasov. Really, I came back with great impressions of Moscow and the Soviet people.
It is this well-rounded view of Soviet life that Schwarzenegger drew upon in playing the role Ivan Danko.
In most films that you see, Soviets are usually portrayed a very negative way, so I think this will be the first film where a Soviet will come off in a very, very good way and a heroic way. I have been used to playing characters that were typical American heroic characters, and so it is really the first time that I have had the chance of playing someone from a foreign country. And this is specifically this part of playing a Russian police officer, which is kind of like the Russian version of a Dirty Harry, a tough cop. You really have to not just concentrate on the acting, but really do a tremendous amount of research on the behavior of Russian police officers, how are they different from the American police officers,
and you have to get into the Russian language, the culture, and all those kind of things. Who becomes really a police officer in the Soviet Union, and what kind of behavior do they have? You have to study the language. I don't speak perfect Russian, but I can do my dialogue in Russian, and we have coaches that work with you, and so it is much more to it to play a character from the Soviet Union than to play an American character. So much more training goes into it, and much more studying.
Пошли. Все вместе. Вставай. Я тебя судимой на смерть.
You can tell they're old buddies. And body language is a beautiful thing, isn't it?
We're ready.
While shooting in Russia proved to be a stimulating experience for Arnold, James Belushi, being from Chicago, found that one highlight of filming Red Heat hit a little closer to home.
I got to run down the middle of Randolph and LaSalle. It's a big intersection in the middle of Chicago. I got to run down the street, jump over a car, stand in the middle, and pull off 4 shots off a 44 Magnum, you know. Right here in the city, you know, you get tickets for jaywalking. I always wanted to do a cop. I always wanted to do a Chicago street cop. I spent a couple weeks in Chicago with the boys of the 18th district, which was my old district that I lived in. It was really nice going into the police department on official duty instead of being dragged in there. But they taught me a lot, the different types of weapons. And they taught me search and seizure. They also taught me that they're really very brave, strong men. And there's nothing like a .44 revolver to make you very strong. Don't get nervous. I do this for a living. I've added some attitudes, you know, a little tougher, a little wisecracking. You look like Marvin Hagler to me. I lost money on Hagler. I like to blend my personality with the character's personality, you know, with a character and create a, you know, a collective character. So a lot of it's me, just me.
When did you learn to drive a bus anyway?
Kiev, the army.
Jesus, we're going down the wrong way street. Get over on the other side of the street.
We have in this film a bus chase scene. It goes really literally through whole Chicago. It runs through fountains, it jumps over things, it goes through tunnels and smashes into cars.
Tim, they're never around when you need one, you know that? You make a U-turn and they're all over your ass.
It's very funny. This movie is very funny.
You should stick to things that you're good at. You know, like knee dancing, training those cute little bears for the circus.
There's a lot of action. It's got a great relationship. That's the core of the movie anyways, the relationship between Arnold and myself.
You know, in this country, we trust our partners.
What is important is to show the relationship, how 2 police officers break down all those barriers, and they really get into a nice relationship.
Nice work, Gumby.
Thank you.
I didn't mean that.
I know.
And he's a terrific person.
Nice grouping of your shots.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
With Ritzik, I find out that he's really totally on an equal level. He's a very gutsy guy. He's very good under pressure, and he's right there when there's shootouts. He's very determined, just as much as I am in the character that I play. And he's really halfway through the mission, really all the way with me, and he's trying as determined to find the criminal and to send the criminal back to the Soviet Union as much as I am. I take care of this.
I give up. This whole thing's very Russian.
Because I think that we end up learning a lot from one another. And I think that's the key thing. So it starts out me thinking of Ritzik in one way and ending up me respecting him a lot.
Yeah, and vice
becoming
versa.
good friends.
Right, yes. We become very good friends by the end of it.
In Red Heat, Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Belushi have found the perfect blend of action and comedy.
You must go now.
Excuse me.
They bridge the gap between East and West, and the future of law enforcement may never be the same.
You know what we call this? This is called chicken. But you're not supposed to play with boxes.